going on, Jerome's? Feels good to be back. Daddy's back where he needs to be. A couple of comments have talked about my voice being a little bit different. Two things. Working through a summer cold. Every single summer, just get some crud. And also, I had some dental work done, so getting used to that. It'll be a couple days. We'll be good to go. But also good to go is the Vikings cornerback room. So we've said we're comfortable. Like, even though everyone and their mom, all the trades, all the free agents, all the draft, corner. But I feel pretty good with Murph, Rodgers, Blackman, the resurrection of Jeff Okudah, Nudie year 2, Tavierre Thomas in the slot. I kind of like where we're at, right? We don't need to add a name, but as Flores has said, you can never have enough corners. Enter one, Greg Newsome II. So Cody Benjamin, CBS Sports, NFL summer trade proposals, Kamara to the Broncos, whatever. Stupid ass Sean Payton. Yeah, but the Vikings, they pick up Greg Newsome from the Browns, former first-round pick. Why it makes sense. Minnesota spent big to address both trenches this offseason, but the one non-quarterback spot that lacks top-end answers is the secondary. They just always find ways to just take a little swipe at J.J. McCarthy. Not quarterback spot. And now stands veteran stars like Stephon Gilmore and Cameron Bynum, which, let's be honest, like, Gilly was not great on the back half of last year. Like, his interception of Rodgers to end the Jets game, like, that was basically peak oil for Gilmore. And BZ, Theo Jackson's there. We're going to be good. Fourth thing, general manager Kwesi adofo-mensah was in the Browns front office when Cleveland spent a first-round pick on Newsome in 2021, number 26 overall. And at just 25, the former Northwestern standout has the upside to become a longer-term option in Brian Flores' defense. Why would the Browns give up such a young chess piece? Despite his draft reputation, Newsome manages 3 starts in Jim Schwartz's unit in 2024, and he's headed into a contract year. Also, so Newsome has, failure to launch written all over him. He is the ultimate mama, I can change him type player. And he had a really good 2023 season, which is why the Browns picked up his 5th-year option. $13 million guaranteed. And the Browns have some cap issues, putting it mildly, right? So ideally they would get rid of Newsome, except they can't. Because 2024, he basically got benched for Martin Emerson for the Browns, and it just hasn't panned out, right? Newsome, potential holdups. The Vikings paid top dollar to retain Murphy Jr. At one cornerback spot, and they might be just comfortable rolling with bargain additions like Isaiah Rodgers, and Jeff Okudah down the depth chart. And the Browns, while perpetually rebuilding, might want to stash Newsome as insurance. After all, how many other young building blocks do they have? But they could use that $13 million in cap space. They really could. All right, and Newsome, like we said, he had a great 2023 season, where he had 14 passes broken up, 2 interceptions, and they're like, okay, this is why we drafted him. This is why he's going to develop. But 2024, not so much. But Newsome is only 25. He's 6 foot, $190, and he is in the mold of mama, I can change him, because his draft profile, he was solid. Like, some draft experts said that he was the second or third best corner in that draft in 2021. Lance Erline, NFL.com. Around projection first, NFL.com. Darius Big Play say, woo, we'll take that. A long limb corner with an angular frame and disruptive size and strength. Newsome is well versed in cover 3, quarters coverage, and press man. He'll be doing a lot of all 3 with the Vikings. He's equally adept at each two. It's hard to get a gauge on his overall long speed, as most of the throws his way were underneath. Well, it ran a 4.38 at the combine, but you get the idea. But basically what Newsome has been is just a little bit of a disappointment for the Browns, and his name has come up in trade rumors before. Like, reportedly, he requested a trade at the deadline, basically after he got benched last year. It's a lot of speculation, but the Vikings have been tied to Newsome many times before, right? And our proposal, so the Vikings are rich in terms of comp picks as well as having some of their own picks, but our offer, we get Newsome II, and the Browns get a conditional 2026 4th-round pick, and that bumps up to a 3rd-rounder if he plays 80% of snaps. Now, I don't think they will, like, even if he gets in that rotation. But the Browns also pick up $13 million cap space, which they sorely need. All right, and even if they pop him into this rotation, like, who makes the roster, who starts, who doesn't, right? competition either way. Like I said, I feel comfortable with this cornerback room, but if we can add Newsome for a song, I think that Kwesi would consider it, especially since he was in the room when they drafted Newsome the second with the Browns. He was assistant to the regional GM, and I mean Newsome could be a long-term play too, or it could make some sense. They're like, hey, we'll wait until he plays out his fifth-year option, and then we'll sign him as a free agent for basically nothing. So I think Newsome the second will be a Viking at some point. It might not be this year, but he's certainly a name to keep tabs on. But your thoughts are thoughts. CBS Sports suggests the Vikings trade for Browns cornerback Greg Newsome II. It's not going to be much. It's not going to be much. Your thoughts are thoughts. Comment section. You guys are the best you know what to do. Skol production value.